You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Well, today is one of the weekends that I can be a whiner, and that's because Austin and I are out here at the 2013 Big Crush. So we're going to start it off for you, and we want you to come along with us because we are going to meet some great vintners, and we are going to meet some great people that are out here to have a lot of fun and to wine, because that's what we can do this weekend. Also, we're going to see the harvest at its best, and we're going to talk to people that are going to educate us on the harvest. So come along with us. We are TSPN TV, and we're going to bring it all to you. I am here with Sophia Marie and
Susan Marie.
Susan Marie. That's my name. I'm a Susan Marie too.
You are?
Yes, and that's the hubby?
That's hubby Stephen.
I'm Stephen.
Stephen. That's my ex. I won't ask your middle name. So let me ask you, Susan, are you local?
No, we live in Bear Oaks, the village.
Oh, great.
With the roosters.
With the roosters, great. And it's okay, honey.
Sophia, she's getting under the chairs.
She's fine. She's fine. She's beautiful. Is this your first visit up here?
Oh no, we are wine members to this place.
Wonderful. How much fun is this?
It is wonderful.
I know. I told everybody. I said this is the one week that I get to be a whiner.
A whiner.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
Play on
that.
words, huh?
Yes, yes.
That's for sure.
Sophia.
She's fine.
Sweetheart.
So, Susan, let me ask you, what is your favorite wine?
I like the Barbera.
Do you?
I also like Zinfandels a lot.
Right. I'm finding that a lot of people prefer the darker, the reds, because of the hearty body to it and the bouquet, and it leaves a good bite.
And it does go with a lot of food. Sophia.
It does. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. She's fine. She's fine. So, Stephen, I take it that you're a big red wine drinker also.
I am.
Are you?
I am.
And you like the Barberas also?
I do. Alicia was allowing us to taste this new cab, and it is fabulous. I mean, it's probably one of the best cabs I've had. They just released it, so
Oh, great.
I think it's going to be one of the top shelves. So
Now, you know, what's really exciting about Shenandoah Valley and being up here is that we're really getting a lot of recognition, and what I always like to say is that we're really giving Napa a run for their money.
But we prefer this way over Napa. We don't go to Napa. We come up here a lot.
if you don't mind, I'd like to address that.
Sure.
I travel for my job.
Oh, good for you.
Three states. And a lot of people, when I tell them I'm from California, they say, "Oh, Napa," and I say, "You guys are missing a jewel up in the foothills."
You bet.
And when I tell them that and explain to them what we really have up here, I mean, they're like, "I never heard of it before." But it's getting more and more. The place I'm going, I'm starting to see it on the menus and on the shelves. Actually, within the last month, I've probably had Amador County wines at the tables that I've been for at least 4 times, and I'm talking pretty far back east. Yeah, it's starting to get some.
You know, what's really unusual is through the years, and I've done this, I think this is my 5th year, what's really unusual that I'm finding is I am meeting people from Australia, I'm meeting people from England. They're up here visiting, and they are so enchanted with this because they all assume Napa Valley.
Yes.
And they say this is so much prettier.
It's charming.
Well, I mean, Napa obviously has its own charm, but there's something about here, it's home. And me being full-blooded Italian and being raised with wine at the table all the time, this just reminds me so much of home and how much fun the people have. And the harvest, they just take so much time and explain so much to you. And just have so much fun, it's not like they're going out of their way or, you're taking up their time. They want to educate us on the wineries up here.
And it's in our backyard.
Absolutely.
Which is the
Absolutely.
beauty
Well,
about
for
it.
me, it is in my backyard. I live up here, so it's just great. And there's times where, when you live in your hometown, you go do the big sites and everything. And up here now, I'm starting to say, come on, I take my hubby John and I say, come on, let's take them out to the wineries. And people are so amazed that we have so much beautiful scenery and wine that it goes down like water. It is just great. So you better watch your step there,
It's
kid.
fabulous. It's fabulous. And you hit the nail on the head. The people are so comfortable and so acceptance of everybody that walks through their doors.
You bet.
When you go to Napa, you don't feel that. You feel like, you're compelled to be a little bit hoity-toity. Here, you don't get that. It's just come in to relax.
No, as you can tell, we're very casual up here. I mean, I go out and I feel very, very comfortable. It's just going out and meeting the people and getting educated and finding out where they're from and what's in their neighborhood if it compares to this. So we're having a good time, and I want to thank both of you for coming up here and enjoying our wine. And please come back. It's just great to have you, especially with a name like Susan Marie.
Yeah.
Sophia Marie. And you know what's really cute is my great niece is named Sophia. So I got my whole family here. I've got my whole family here today. Thank you two very much. I appreciate it. You're welcome, dear. Bye, Sophia.
Let me tell you that the harvest is phenomenal, and the crush is just sort of the tip of the iceberg.
Right, and I hear that this year is supposed to be the best.
The best.
That's what everybody's saying.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody's at their best. The grapes are beautiful. We had a beautiful year with grapes.
We really did.
So what is everybody drinking today? I hear a lot of people are loving your red.
Yes, we're drinking one of our beautiful flagship blends, which is a Syrah Petite Syrah.
I've had it. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Zinfandel Primitivo. It's our interlude. For those who love interlude. We have our beautiful Breakaway Zinfandel. It's a Zinfandel that breaks away from all others. It's wonderful.
What I like about it is that it's got a good bite, and it has a great aftertaste, which is really nice to feel on the tongue.
It's wonderful. All of them. I like the way that the Zinfandel also comes in, takes its time in mid palate, and sort of descends to the end.
And the bouquet is so refreshing. It smells so good. You can actually smell like it's the fresh grapes on the vine.
Absolutely. And you can go with it's got a very high arc, so you can go from, let's say, a salmon with ginger all the way up to a nice ribeye with that.
And I'm finding a lot of people now, they're mixing wines. I didn't mean to step on your Tootsie there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people now are starting to mix wines. It's not, reds with certain foods, whites with certain with fish or whatever.
Right.
People are opening up a bottle of wine that they love and eating what they love.
Absolutely.
And I think that should be the rule of thumb.
And I think also the people, it's good. People feel free to explore and really sort of pollinate between all of the various wines. Definitely.
Well, I hope I didn't step on your foot too hard there.
He's doing the seminar on the interlude.
Oh, is he?
So they're tasting the components, which is the Syrah Petite Syrah Zinfandel Primitivo, and then he's tasting them on the full wine.
Wonderful.
So they really see how the magic comes together.
Oh, and it is magic. It's beautiful. It's great. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. Very welcome.
Good to see you again this year.
Good to see you every year.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you. There he is. I'm here with the lovely Daisy, and Daisy, I see you've got a lot of customers today.
Yes, we're having a great turnout so far.
It's great. I hear that this year is supposed to be one of the best vintages that is out there.
Oh yes, nice ripe fruit, everything's nice and full-bodied, and just a great season.
Good. Now let me ask you, what is everybody leaning towards this year?
Everyone is into Zen, of course, and then any of the Syrahs or Sangioveses and things like that.
Right. I'm finding that a lot of people they're just so into the reds now.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they want to skip over those whites, and we have to say, wait, try them. We make some good white wines too.
I love the white wines. I think they're great, but they're all good, especially when they come from Amador County and the Shenandoah Valley. They're absolutely magnificent. So let me ask you, your crush was successful this year? You had a good season?
Yes, very good season, and everything came in kind of fast. We're almost done, and so it's kind of nice to go into October this way.
Right. Let me ask you, are you the type of person that really gets into wine and knows everything about it?
Personally, I like to go by my taste, and so if I like the way it tastes, then it's good to me.
Right, see, you're like I am. A lot of people say, no, you have to have this with that or that with this, and I'm the type that it's your taste.
Right.
Whatever it feels good on your palate, that's what you need to go with.
Exactly. That's always what I recommend.
Now, if somebody was going to come out here and say, I want to throw a shindig, and they can do that.
Not anymore. We do not rent our facility anymore.
Oh, okay. So but they can come out here like during the week
anytime during the week, they can use our picnic grounds and bring their own lunch. They can.
Great. And then you would suggest, that's what I was leading up to, then you can suggest if they wanted to bring some stuff out and to sit and picnic and just look at the beautiful scenery, then you would suggest something that they can do.
Absolutely.
And something they can drink.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
So Terra del Oro is the place to be?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go talk to some of your fans out here and see how they're going. Daisy, thank you so much for taking time out. You're welcome. I'm here with Patty, and we're out here at the beautiful winery out here, Terra del Oro, and it's just magnificent. What great weather, huh, Patty?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's wonderful. So now, are you local?
No, we're actually from Fresno.
Well, good. See, now the more people that come up here, the better. I am so excited. Isn't this beautiful up here?
It's great.
And is this the first time you've been up here?
Yeah, the first time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be the last?
Oh, absolutely not.
What does hubby think over there?
He's having a good time.
Is he?
Yeah.
And your name, sir?
His
What is your husband's name?
name is Bobby.
Bobby. So, Bobby, you like it up here?
Love it.
You do?
Oh yeah, it's nice.
So what do you do in Fresno, Patty?
I'm a teacher.
Wonderful. What grade?
4th grade.
Oh, boy. God bless you. No wonder you're up here drinking.
Exactly, right.
I drink, too. My daughter's a preschool teacher, so I sympathize with you. And what does Bobby do?
He is a buyer for Schneider Electric. He buys parts
Wonderful.
for their security cameras.
Wonderful. Now, what brought you up here? Just curiosity?
A good friend of his who lives in Reno called us up and said, hey, you want to...
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Who lives in Reno called us up and said, hey, you want to check it out? And we said, absolutely. So here we are.
Wonderful. How exciting is that? Well, I got to tell you, we've got a lot of wonderful wineries up here and great wine. What is your favorite?
Well, this is only the second one we've been to so far.
And what is your favorite wine?
Oh, I'm usually a fan of cabs.
Are you? Great. And Bobby? Anything, I could tell. I just know that.
Did you know that the last wine we were at, the guy helped invent Captain Crunch?
Really?
For real.
See, you
Learn something new every day. They should put that in the front so we could ask him about it.
Absolutely. That's great. That's very good. Because we like to, we're new at this too. Is he pulling my leg?
No,
it's really true. There's a
Okay.
poster in there,
It was
little
just funny how you pulled the
tasting room and
microphone away
everything.
from me.
Yes,
we don't want him to talk.
I'm safer with Patty, I think.
A little bit. Not much, but a little.
No, well, I'm really glad that you came up from Fresno, and I hope you guys come back again. I see you out here next year.
I'm sure we will.
God willing.
Absolutely.
And, you go back, and I tell you what, my hat's off to you, because teachers don't get enough pats on the back.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys do a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you.
So I want to thank you, and I want to thank you for coming up to Amador County and the beautiful Shenandoah Valley and spending time with us.
Thank you for ordering the beautiful weather.
Oh, believe me, it's like this all the time. We have just great weather and good people.
Everyone's been very nice.
And we're down to earth up here.
Absolutely.
So, have a couple. Are you staying overnight?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So then you can even drink more.
Absolutely. That's the plan.
There you go. I could tell Bobby's going to have a couple. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Bobby, I want to thank you, dear, for spending time with us, and please come back.
Thank you.
All right, my dear. Thank you, honey.
Oh, you're welcome.
And what is your name, dear?
Nancy Reneker.
Nancy. And Nancy, do you live local?
No, we're from Concord.
Well, that's right in my backyard. I'm from Martinez area.
Oh, yes.
So I know that area well. As a matter of fact, my children live in Martinez, so that's exciting.
Yes.
So tell me, Nancy, this is your 3rd year, you said?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful.
Love
And
it.
isn't it beautiful up
It
here?
is. Absolutely.
That's why I
gorgeous.
live up here full time.
Well, we have property up here that we come up every weekend, most every weekend. Love it.
Wonderful.
Up on Shake Ridge Road.
That's exactly where I live, my love.
Is that right?
Yes, whereabouts?
Oh, this is my daughter Tammy, and she, they're the ones.
I'm going to
that own
ask
the
her.
property.
I'm going to ask her off camera because I live up on off of Shake Ridge. Yeah, so we'll talk about that when we get. So, what is your favorite wine, my dear?
I actually think the Pinot.
You like the Pinot? Good, because I'm getting everybody cabs, Zins, and so that's good. I'm glad somebody likes a Pinot. I like a Pinot myself.
I do too.
It's very, very good, and it's very it's light.
Yes.
And I like that.
I like that
and it
too.
tastes really good. Well, I'm going to tell you, you gotta come up here more often.
No, I love it.
I don't
love
blame
it
you.
up here.
Have them built a little guest quarters and come on up.
Well, I have my own camp trailer up here.
That a
My
girl.
very own.
There you go. So that,
Yeah, that
boy,
was
I tell
beautiful.
you.
I'd live up here year round.
Well,
if I could.
I'll tell you, I do, and I would never move anywhere else but up here. It is just breathtaking.
I love it.
It is.
I love it.
It is. And thank you so much for coming
I'm
up.
from Montana.
Oh, good for
I was
you.
raised in
Big
Idaho.
Sky Country.
Oh, yes.
Oh, two beautiful states, Montana and Idaho.
And this is the closest to home.
Yes. Yes.
The mountain.
Absolutely.
I love the mountain.
Absolutely. Well, Nance, I want to thank you, my love, for coming up here. Now,
Thank
maybe I'll
you.
see you up there in the neighborhood.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go talk to your daughter now.
Go for it.
I will.
She's a talker.
Is she? Oh, good.
yeah.
That'll be good. No, she's running. She's running away from me, but I got to go talk to her anyway.
Okay,
Thank you,
great.
my love.
Oh, thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. I'm here with the lovely lady of the house. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing great. It's a
We've
great day.
done this how many years now?
Couple years now.
5, 6 years now. Gosh, I feel like I live here. Look at the full house you have today. It's fantastic.
We do. We have a lot of nice wines on the bar, and Motherlode Market is doing a beautiful job catering.
Of course, as they always do.
They
And
sure
you've
do.
got look at all of the lovely people that you have. You drinking red or wine? White. Barbera. See?
Can I pour a little?
Legendary.
Here we go.
Barbera, Zen, everything. I mean,
This is our Barbera Reserve.
oh, good.
Yes.
That's great. You know, I'm finding that a lot of people are into the Zins, the Barberas. A few are getting into their cabs, but Pinot is becoming very popular.
Well, our Pinot Grigio is definitely popular here in our area. My dad grows 17 varietals, so we have lots of
I
different
have
wines.
some at home, and I love it. Matter of fact, when my family was visiting here, I brought them out here, and they were just so enchanted with this. They just thought this was great.
Well, thank you
So
so
I'm
much.
just so happy. I'm going to go mingle because I know you're busy.
Sounds great.
Thank you,
so
honey.
much. Thanks for coming.
Take
by.
care. Okay, I'm here with Dolores, and we're out here at Cooper Vineyards. Yes. And Dolores, I see that we've got the whole ensemble here. You're ready to rock and roll. And you ladies are having a great time today? We are having
Oh, it's wonderful.
Good.
The weather's great, food, wine, good friends.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me ask you ladies a question. Are you local?
I'm from Sonora, Twain Harte area.
Wonderful.
And I come every year from Las Vegas.
Oh, well, God bless you. What we do in Amador stays in Amador.
That's right.
And in the Shenandoah Valley, believe me, trust me, unless you have a camera around, then you got to be a little bit more careful. But
We come every
I'm
year
so
now for
glad
the
that
last
you're
3
here.
years.
Really, I am so glad you're here with us because almost everybody I've spoken to today is from out of the area.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. This is just such a great event.
It is. It's wonderful.
And it's just so much fun. Look at the view. I mean, you can't go wrong.
The view, the people, the wine. I mean, it's great.
What is your
The
favorite,
atmosphere.
Dolores? What is your favorite wine?
Barbera.
Barbera.
I'm more of a white drinker. I like the Chardonnays.
Okay, you're the first lady today that is with me. I like a lot of the white wines.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll drink anything, but
And so will we.
that a girl. But there's something about a nice cold glass of white wine.
Yeah. Particularly on a day like today.
Oh, you bet. And as always, the weather's beautiful.
Well, we're really excited this year because you're really getting a crowd. Last year it was not quite as crowded, I don't think.
Yeah.
And we're really getting a nice group.
Oh, let me tell you, people they're just so geared up for this, and they're just looking so forward to coming out here.
It is. It's a great event. Like I said, we do it every year.
I have spoken to people from out of the country, Australia, England.
Really?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people that they're visiting, and their family brings them up here, and they just have so much fun. And they go, you know what? If I ever come back, I want to do the big crush.
Yep.
The scenery is beautiful, the wines are delicious, and the people are so friendly.
It's like being in your backyard. It's not there's no
Exactly.
pretense, there's no snobbery or any. I mean, I'm not saying that a lot of other people maybe from Napa area might have that, but I mean we're just down home people.
There's no need to go to Napa when you got this.
Thank you very much, Dolores. You're my buddy.
We enjoy it here better than
Good. Well, if I'm in Las Vegas, I'll look you up,
Look
kid.
her up.
He does.
You don't have any areas over there that have wineries close by, do you?
We have about an hour from Las Vegas in Pahrump.
Oh,
It's over the mountain.
Absolutely.
And they have a beautiful winery over there.
Really? Pahrump, a lot of people laugh, but Pahrump is really a cute place.
It's a closet community of Las Vegas. It's really pretty over there.
It's lovely, and Las Vegas is a pretty area. Nevada is in the wine business too, and they do a great job. But there's nothing like California wines, especially from the Shenandoah Valley.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
You bet. Well, I'm glad
they beat France. You know, you don't need to go to Italy and France.
No.
We were sampling some of the champagne last night.
Yeah, we had a little too much champagne last night.
Now, did you know that they can't say it's champagne unless they use the French grapes?
Right.
Oh,
So
we still call it champagne.
We still call it champagne.
Bubbly.
Bubbly.
You can even call an Alka-Seltzer and water champagne. Whatever you want to do, it's fine with me. After a few glasses of wine, what the heck?
Yeah.
Anything goes. You better believe it.
We sing better, we dance better, we do everything better after wine.
You better believe it, and especially after 3 glasses. You know, as long. Oh, why not? Why? Yeah, really. The first 2.
Who's counting?
That's right. The first 2 don't count. It's after the 3rd one that you start. Yeah, well, maybe, but I want to thank you, lovely ladies, for.
Well, thank you.
And I hope I see you again next year.
You will. You will.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, good.
We'll look you up.
Please do. I'll be running around here.
Okay.
And maybe I can sit down and have a glass of wine with you girls.
That would be nice.
All right, my dear.
Okay.
Dolores, thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Take care.
2 different clones of Sangiovese grapes here at Cooper. We have a Brunello and a Sangiovese clone. We ferment them separately and then blend them together.
Boy, Terry, you got this all down.
I do.
And no flashcards. I'm so proud of you, my dear.
I make it up.
Yeah, what the hell? What do they know, right? After a couple glasses.
Would you like to try? Oh, I'm sorry. A little bit of our Sangiovese.
Try it. You'll love it.
This will be released in February. It's an Italian varietal. It's called Sangiovese.
Oh, the Sangiovese.
Yeah. Would you like to try it, sir? It's very nice with the pork. And I also have a Barbera Reserva if you're in the mood for something a little heavier. Would you like to?
Now, Terry.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question here. I've been hearing rumors that this has been the best year for the harvest. This one has been very, very good. What do you think?
I really can't speak to that for the professional vineyards. Jim and I, we have a small vineyard at home, and we got 1.5 times the grapes at home.
Really?
That we did last year. And part of it might just be because we're coming up to speed. We netted.
Sure.
But it seems like it's been a really good year personally. And there's a lot of activity down in the production building.
Wonderful.
Would you like to try some Sangiovese? We have 2 different clones here at Cooper. We have a Brunello and a Sangiovese. I hope you enjoy them.
They're wonderful wines. Buy a bottle.
But everybody seems like they sure have been busy.
Oh man, I tell you, I've been hearing that from everybody that this has been one of the best years, and there's crowds all over the place. And these lovely ladies that I was just speaking to, one was from Fresno, and this is her 3rd or 4th year, and she said, "My goodness, there's more people up here this year than there has been last year."
Yeah.
So I think everybody is geared up and they're ready to go.
And the weather is cooperating. I mean,
wonderful.
It was kind of scary when we got that little bit of rain. And
yeah, because that's deadly.
But everything looks good here, and you can't even talk to Mike, our winemaker, right now. He was up for a few minutes. His head is down making wine.
I can imagine. I can imagine, because this is, and it's crucial. I mean, it's not like you have a lot of time. When they're ready to go, you've got to get those grapes and start the process.
It's true. I mean, you have a little bit of latitude, and then you need to have all the workers, but people run out of bins and barrels and stuff. So yeah,
and it's just so it's really enchanting to watch from the vine to the bottle, everything that goes into it, and people don't realize all the hard work and the process. And
that's why we put the must out here, and we talked about this last year.
Yes,
but you kind of.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Yes, but it kind of cracks me up because it's like kids in grammar school that don't realize that a carrot comes from the ground. They take them to the farm and they're like, "Oh, look, here's where the carrot from."
Right.
Well, oh, look, here's where the wine comes from. They pick the grapes. This is Alicante Boucher. They smush them. They put some yeast in it. The yeast eats the sugar in the grapes.
You
Yes.
can see it now.
After the yeast eats the sugar, it converts the sugar to alcohol, and it also makes water, and that's carbon dioxide coming off. And that'll happen for like 2.5 weeks until all the sugar's gone. And then this is called the must right now. After we smush it, it's called the must. It has all the squeezing and the pits and the leaves and the gunk from the grapes. And then after it goes completely dry to below 0, then we'll press it off, and the juice that comes from that's the wine.
And what's interesting is that every make of wine has their different process.
Yes, and they have different yeast that they do better with.
Right.
And with the and the winemakers, it's art and it's science and
It is.
skill.
It is,
So.
and it's very, very time consuming to get that absolute perfect bottle of wine, and you people do it great.
Oh, well,
you do a great
thank
job.
you. Well, Cooper is fabulous.
Well, Terry, I'm going to let you get back because I know.
Thank you. Interesting people to talk to.
No, my dear, you were wonderful, and
Thank you
for enlightening us again.
Oh, it's
and,
my pleasure, really. I'm passionate about wine.
And you should be, because you guys do it well, and I will see you next year.
I hope so.
All right, honey.
All right.
Take care.
Cheers.
I'm here with Shelley and Squirt.
Hello.
And obviously you're Shelley.
I am.
And this is Squirt. And Squirt, she lives out here at Avio.
This is our tasting room kitty.
How cute.
Squirt.
How cute is that? You know, doing the Big Crush for all these years, a lot of times we forget how nice and low, how low that you are, instead of going way out there in the valley, that you are just right here. And Avio has some of the best wines around. It's wonderful wine. It's great. So let me ask you, how was your year?
The harvest year is very good. We're still harvesting some grapes now, and
Wonderful.
we're able to show people today if they'd like to see how to harvest grapes. We're doing that out back. It's
good. We'll
very
peek
fun
in.
to partake in.
Good. We'll go back and we'll peek in. Now let me ask you, Shelley, what is your favorite wine?
I love the Barbera.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny because everybody we've been talking to, it's the Zins, the Barberas, and Pinots, a lot of that,
yeah.
and Cabs,
Yeah.
and it's really nice. I talked to one person today that just loved the white wines.
Yeah, we do a Pinot Grigio here. It's a Italian varietal,
And it's excellent because
it
I've
is
had
nice.
it.
Yes,
It's
yes.
very good.
Very
it's
nice,
nice
very
and,
fruity, very dry,
and very crisp, and I like that. And I like that a lot. So your crush went perfect.
It did. We had a lot of people this morning come pick up their glasses from us, so we had a nice rush this morning. And
Great.
We anticipate getting some more people this afternoon and tomorrow.
Wonderful. Well, you know what we're going to do? I think Austin and I are going to mosey around the back and take a look at how they do.
Sounds like a great idea.
So, yeah, because it's very interesting.
Yes.
A lot of hard work.
Yes.
People don't realize how hard.
This is a family-owned vineyard, Stefano
Yes, it is.
and Lisa Watson.
Right.
And they put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this winery, and
you
they
bet
do a
they
lot
did.
of their own work here, and it's very.
And
fun to visit.
they've been here a short time because they were from Atlanta. Am I right?
You're correct. They've been here for about 8 years.
Right, and they've done a great
And
job.
they've done a great job converting the tasting room. It used to be an old farmhouse, and they've converted it into a beautiful tasting room with the fountain here that we're sitting at, and they've really taken this place far.
Wonderful. Well, I think we're going to take a look around the back, if that's okay with you.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Squirt. What a lovely kitty. Can you say hi to Austin? How cute. Thank you very much,
you.
Shelley. But I'm here with Gordon, and Gordon, tell me, what is the name of this machine?
This is a crusher destemmer.
Okay, and I can see that it's doing its job, huh, kiddo?
Yeah, it's removing the grapes from the stems and throwing them out. Yeah.
So we're still making wine.
Oh, there's still a few grapes out there. Yes.
That's great, and it's been a beautiful year for it, hasn't it?
It has. It's a very good year.
Now, Gordon, there's a lot of different steps to making wine that I think that people are not aware of, and there's so much from grape to bottle that people don't understand all the different procedures that you have to go through. This is one of the initial procedures.
Right. If you, simplistically, I guess one of the ways to look at it is you're just removing solids all the way through. You start out, taking the berries off of the stems, and so there's maybe 20-25% of the weight out there. Then it ferments in the case of a red wine, and then you would press it, and then you're removing the skins and the seeds, separating that from the juice. So again, another 25-30% of the solids are going away, and then then little by little, as they age in the barrels or in the tanks, and gravity does its job, and the sediment settles out, and then it's constantly a process of cleaning it up until you get down to the bottle where it's a clear, brilliant product.
Well, now, what I think is so interesting is that because there is so many steps, and there's different steps for different wines, am I correct?
Yes.
And so if a darker wine is processed much different than the lighter wines.
Well, in the case of red wines, their color and a lot of the body of the wine is derived from the from the skins and seeds, and so the fermentation takes place with the skins and seeds. However, with white wines, you would remove those skins and seeds immediately.
Okay, now there's more tannin there's tannin in the red wines, am I correct, as opposed to the white wines?
That's correct.
And tannins are the thing, is the one ingredient sometimes that gives people a headache when they drink red wine.
Could be. It's usually, in the case of headaches, it's usually histamines.
The histamines, right.
Or sulfur. Some people who are sensitive to sulfur, that can be it too.
Right, so it's important to know that just cracking open a bottle and chugging it down sometimes, you can get a little reaction to it.
Well, there's a small percentage of the population, but it does occur.
Now, when you're doing the white grapes, or the white wine grapes, I should say, is the process more complicated or less complicated?
No, it's different. But I think the degree of complication is about the same, I suppose.
Right, it's still hard work.
Well, there's that, but it's also a lot of little steps, a lot of little decisions along the way.
Sure, and you can smell how great this smells. It smells so good.
It's really got a nice...
When my grandparents came from Italy, they had their own little vineyards on the side of their property, and my mother used to have to get in the vat and stomp the grapes. So look how far we've come.
Well, that's true. And it would taste different today, because my understanding is the music they listened to as they danced in the tubs, the old traditional music, was much better than the modern music now.
There you go. They did the tarantella and all of that in the vat. I used to ask my mother, did you wash your feet? And she goes, sure, when I got out, I washed my feet off every time. So that's great. Well, Gordon, thank you. I didn't want to take you away too long from your work, but this is very interesting, and thank you so very much, and you make a great wine here.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. We're going to pretend. What is your pretend name?
Robin Stonich.
Robin, and your name?
Christine. This is my mother.
How? Well, I could tell. You girls look like sisters.
Yeah, I think she cloned herself.
Oh, absolutely. Now, are you both local?
No, we actually came up from Livermore, where we have wineries there too.
You most certainly do. I'm familiar with that area. Yeah. That's great. So how many years you been coming up here?
This is our first time.
Wonderful. So you came out to taste some of these great wines?
We did. Yep. And these wines here are absolutely amazing.
I love them. Oh, great.
Every time she tasted a new wine, she said it was her favorite.
Well, good. Good. Well, you can't be a stranger. You have to keep coming back. Now, we have wineries out in Livermore area, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And matter of fact, we have some old winery areas, because I'm from Martinez, and we even had them there.
Yes.
When I was a kid growing up, we had a lot of wineries. It just seems that wine has just taken off all of a sudden. In the last 10, 15 years, and just everybody's into it.
This is true. The lady who works there was just telling us how you can make brownies and put wine in instead of water, and how good the brownies were. And
really?
We were like, hey, that sounds cool. We're going to make red wine brownies.
Yeah. You're kidding. Well, I bet you they have a good kick to them, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the alcohol gets cooked out, but I'm sure that tastes really good. Yeah. We're going to try it. We're going to try it.
How exciting. I think that's great. Well, that's a good recipe to try. What do you do, substitute some of the water?
Yeah, she substitutes all the water for red wine. And she was saying that one of their best ones to do was the Confessions. Because it's sweet. It's sweeter.
It's a good wine.
Yeah, it is.
Very good wine. Well, girls, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Well, thank you for talking.
And come back again. I want to see you next year.
It's a very pretty area up here. We were very impressed.
We're very happy with it, and we love it. So come on up and visit us anytime. Because not just the Big Crush, or we're open all the time around here, so you got to come up.
We will. Yeah.
Good. And go stop by down all the little towns. It's great shopping.
Yeah, we're in Jackson. We're staying in Jackson.
Good. Oh, good. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Gary at Dry Town Cellars, and you have a big crowd here, and this is at the end of the day.
This is the end of the day, but Dry Town seems to draw people that just come here and stay and stay and stay. Yeah, a lot of loyal fans.
It's like family. After 3 days, they start to stink, and you want to kick them out, right? No.
No, you want to do that.
So tell me about your crush season this year. How did it go?
From all that I've been able to see, and I just kind of pour here on weekends and things of that nature, it's been an excellent season. A lot of grapes
great. Got a lot of good. I see this vino di mocha. Does that have like a little mocha taste?
It's actually kind of a coffee kind of a thing. Grate
Really?
little vanilla ice cream.
Little
yeah.
ice cream.
Little ice cream. Works
Or
great.
even coffee ice cream would be
Coffee,
good.
yeah. Well,
That's great.
Yeah, works really
That
well
would
good.
that would be good. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go around. I'm going to talk to some of these lovely people. I know this gentleman.
You know that guy there?
How I most certainly do.
I'm sure you would.
And I know good things. Not that we've had to interact.
Oh, okay.
So good things. Let me go over and see Mr. R. How are you, my dear?
Good. I'm doing good.
It's so good to see you. How are the children?
They're doing great. In fact, they came here because Matt just turned 21. He's third year Chico. Rachel flew in for homecoming at Argonaut.
Wow, already.
Because she was last year's homecoming queen, and so she was passing off the tiara to this year's queen.
Well, bless her
and
heart.
she flew in from Arizona State where she's going to college. So it was nice to see the family together again.
I should say so. So let me ask you, kiddo, what is your favorite wine?
Oh, well, that's a tough question. I'm particular to several. I like the Barbera. I like the Primitivo. I also like the Vira Ranch Red, which is a 50-50 blend of the Primitivo and the Barbera. So that my two favorites mixed together.
It's got a really, really good bite.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
great.
And I also been trying the Petite Syrah, and I like that too.
You know, I find, Todd, that most people, you remember, you go back 20 years ago or so, everybody was into the white wines and everything.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Now, I found one lady today that said she likes the whites, but they prefer
reds,
the cabs, the zins, the pinots, the good hearty, the burgundies and whatever. And you know, that to me is what a good wine is.
I think so too.
That good hearty
But I was
taste.
just like you. I started out in college, and to me it was Riunite on ice, you know, how nice, or Blue Nun, or Lead for Milk, or things like that. And then when I moved here, we sort of dabbled. Initially it was Zin, and now my favorite varietal, and my wife's as well, is probably Barbera. And when I go to conferences, I'll take Amador County wine. I give out bottles and to some of the DAs and the people who work for the California District Attorneys Association. They love it. I mean, they don't think Napa when they think wine. Those folks think Amador County.
You'd be surprised. Today Austin and I talked to many people, some from way out of the area and whatever. You cannot imagine how many people, Fresno. I mean, people come out of the area just to come up to this event. And like some of them say, Napa who?
Napa, isn't that auto parts?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that should be our motto up here. Napa is just auto parts. And believe me, people are just going crazy for our wines.
Well, you know what? It's a battle of the palate. There are certain wines that we make better than they do, and there's certain wines they make better than we do. But it's about taste and what people prefer. And I will take our wines and I'll put them against any wines in the world, any wines in the state of California, any wines anywhere, any day of the week. And I think we're going to come out on top.
What I like about the wines in our area, in the Shenandoah Valley, is that they have not only, you get a nice bite, but it's a clear bite. And it goes down, is so smooth when it goes down. And personally, red wines, a lot of times between the histamines and everything in it, I get a little headache from the red. I've never gotten a headache from our wines here. I don't know, maybe if it's just...
The grapes are so much better than they were just, a few years ago. I mean, this area is off the charts. And we don't know how lucky we are to be this close to something that's, it's happening. This wine region, the people in the industry know this is the place to be right now.
You bet. And I was blessed because all four of my grandparents came from Italy. And my mother remembers when she was a little girl how they would make their own wine, and boy, that stuff would really kick you good. It's not like it is here today, but just fantastic wine in our region. Now, what is your favorite white wine?
I prefer something a little drier. So, but they don't have it here. But it would probably be a Chardonnay for me. But right here, what Alan's making, the Chenin Blanc.
Oh, very good. Very good. And there's nothing better on a hot summer day to sit back with a nice, crisp, full glass of wine.
Right. I agree.
White.
I agree.
And then in the winter, you put your feet up by the fireplace and you have a good deep Burgundy or a Cab, and it's just it just warms you all over.
Petit Verdot or Alan, have you tried his port?
No, and I love port.
Oh.
See, I love dessert wines. I'm a big baby that way. I just like put a straw in it and drink it. I just love the dessert wines. They're just, I don't know, there's just something about them. Just a little shot at night, and it just helps you sleep.
I have a crew, we get together every year from when I went to college for Thanksgiving, and they're coming to Amador County this year. So I got about 30 people coming.
Oh, how fun.
And they love the port, so I had to load up. I have a case of Allen's Port, and they'll go through it.
Yeah, his port is excellent. I've had it, and it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much for not only all the work that you do in Amador County, but spending time with us today, and I can't believe the kids are growing.
It happens so quickly.
I know. Mine are in their mid-40s already, so I know what you're saying, and it's scary. So now I'm watching the grandkids. I'm watching them grow.
I'm not quite there yet, but I'll be there sooner probably than I know.
Believe me, before you turn around, it'll be there. But thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. Well, Brian, it's getting to be the end of the day, and like I said, this is the only weekend that I'm allowed to be a whiner. Okay. You get it?
Good for you. Yeah.
Get it?
That's
okay.
right.
Okay, good.
You don't sound whiny.
No. Well, I have my moments, my dear. Now, are you local?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Folsom.
Oh, well, that's just about local. Yes, one of my favorite places. I love Folsom, but I like this better.
Oh yeah. Well, Amador County is really nice.
You better believe it. I've met so many people from out of the area today. We were talking about that, and they love to come up here because of our wines. What is one of your favorite wines?
Well, Dry Town, of course, is one of my favorites. We also have a membership at Serafina, which is close to here.
Good.
And we belong to 2 additional wineries, so we belong to 4 wineries.
So you're a whiner.
I am kind of a whiner,
boy, that's what I want.
I usually blame it on my wife. She really likes the wines.
Good.
But I'm there with her.
You big red wine drinker or white?
Mostly reds, yeah, but I'll do white also.
Yeah, see, most of the people we've spoken to today, they really are into the reds.
Yeah.
And opposite of what it has been many, many years ago.
Yeah. This area really grows really good red.
They do a great red. And like I said, we've mentioned this millions of times today, but it has such a good aftertaste.
It does.
And it's not strong, and it goes down too easy sometimes. And it's just so much fun. So, to entertain with a good glass of wine and sometimes with cheese, and you just kick back, and it really puts you in a good space, It puts you in a good mood. Now, is your wife like the red or the white?
She prefers reds, for sure.
Does she?
Yeah.
See?
And when we have people visit from out of town, everybody from out of state, of course, knows Napa. But we always recommend Amador County, El Dorado County. This area, we think the wines are as good as the Napa wine.
Well, like Todd said, Napa is good for auto parts.
There you go. That's
we're
right.
Good.
Yeah, that's right.
Shenandoah Valley, Amador County, we're good for wine.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to stay.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I think that as time progresses, I think that I cannot believe how many people that I have met from even out of state. I met people from Australia, from England. One time there was a lady from France visiting, and they just happened to be here during the big crush, and they were so enchanted and so excited about that. So I was really happy to share some time with them and to get some feedback, and they all said if we ever came back to Northern California, this is the place to be.
That's right. The quality of the wineries here is really excellent. The value is a very good value.
Absolutely.
The scenery is beautiful here.
Absolutely. And what's so nice about everything is that even the vintners, they're among friends.
That's right.
There's a camaraderie, a brotherhood, and I think that it's so nice. And Amador County makes you feel like you're at home.
That's right.
No matter where you go, you can't. Most people say I can't wait to get back.
Yeah, that's right.
So I want to tell Brian, you know what, kiddo? I want to see you next year.
Okay, we'll be here.
I want you to be here, and I'll tell you what, I really appreciate you spending some time with us, and especially coming up to the beautiful Shenandoah Valley. And maybe someday you can do like the rest of us, move up here.
Maybe, you
Full
never
time.
know.
All right, kiddo. With that, I'm going to tell Austin, thank you very much for working with me today, and I want to tell Brian, thank you for closing the show with me. And stay tuned, because next year we're going to be whining again. How do you like that?
Perfect.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.